Warning: this podcast has adult content, foul language, alcohol use, and sexual content not suitable for children. This is the Tales of a Small Town Bartender podcast for entertainment purposes only. Never attempt reenactments. This is the Tales of a Small Town Bartender podcast. I'm your host, Toni, and we have a special guest tonight, Hope. Say hi, Hope.
Hello, podcast family, friends, whomever you may be. I was just telling the neighbors about it because when I was talking to you, I was like, "Oh, all right." So she wants me on the podcast tonight, so I'm gonna have to go home. And my neighbor's looking at me, and she's like, "Podcast?" She's older, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, I know what she wants to talk about." So I started telling her the story, and her face, she was just like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, imagine being sitting there, when it happens. Holy Christ." Oh,
Yeah,
I can't even. I can't even. Who comes up with that? I just,
exactly.
oh my God.
Ugh,
So yeah,
exactly.
we should probably tell the listeners. So it was two bartenders that worked one day, one evening. No names, no bar, but they didn't get along. They just at shift change, it was tense to say the least. Like I don't even understand how you could get to that level with a coworker, especially one that you're spending 10 minutes with. You know, it's just a changeover. That's it. Have a nice
Yeah,
day. Bye.
yeah.
I don't get it. But whatever. They
Or
didn't
even
like
just
each
say,
other.
fuck you, I mean,
Right. Or don't
fuck
speak.
you, see you later.
Right. Just grin and bear it. It's called your job. You have to
Yeah,
associate yourself with her for 5 minutes. Come on, people. But whatever. Whatever the issue was, they didn't get along. I know one of their complaints was that the nighttime bartender was always late, and the nighttime bartender's complaint was that the daytime bartender would never cover for her. Um, Whatever. So anyway, the manager called a meeting, and all of us bartenders are there, and I happen to be sitting right in between the two that can't stand each other. Yay!
well, good thing somebody was in between them.
Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Neither one of them were getting through me. They knew that, but yeah. So I don't even remember exactly how it started. Something about you have to have courtesy for the people you work with, and the one was talking about how she learned in her business classes how to conduct yourself and something
In
along
a
those
business,
lines.
yes. To
Yeah,
run a
yeah,
business, yeah.
yeah, something along those lines. And then the daytime bartender turned around and said, "I don't give a shit about you or your classes."
Yeah.
And the other one turned around and said, "Well, I want to shit on your face." And I'm just sitting there like, "Oh my God, what?" And I turned around and I
So
looked
me
at
and Hope
you.
looked at each other, and
Yeah.
that was the hardest thing ever in the world, ever, to
Oh,
not.
I know. Oh, we were both looking at each other like, "Okay, all right, we can't laugh right now, but holy fuck." Oh, we went outside
I
and
don't
we
even
had a
know
good
how we
laugh.
held that in. I
Mm,
don't know how we held that in.
I don't know either, but you and I out in the smoking area, we let it
Oh,
out. Crazy, crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. Bitches be cray cray, all right?
yeah. Yep. So Hope and I worked together for a bit, and then she moved far, far away.
To a land far, far away. It's
Yeah,
true. It's true.
yeah, it's true. Luckily, we still get to talk once in a blue moon.
Yes, yes. I so very much miss our outings together. So, I mean, I miss working with you too, but I mean, to be honest, we didn't work side by side, right? So,
No, no.
So our time was mostly, going out shopping and having lunch, which was wonderful. Oh, I don't
It
have that
was.
anymore. I don't have it anymore. I'm up
I
in the
know. I go by
boondocks.
myself now.
Yeah, yeah. I don't go at all. So, yeah,
No.
I hardly ever go outside. I don't leave the house. I go outside to spend time with the goats, all right? And then I come in and I'm covered with ticks. So,
Oh,
yeah, that'll teach
are
me.
they as bad there as they are here?
Oh, they're horrible here. Horrible.
Yeah.
I went outside to because we're selling some of our baby goats, and I went out to help corner one. I was literally outside for 5 minutes. I had mutters on that were almost up to my knee, pants, shirt, blah, blah. I come in, I take my mutters off, and there is a big tick sucking on my foot.
Oh.
I was like, 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Okay, I was just getting a visual of you outside in mutters wrangling a goat.
Uh, It happens. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Nobody that
Can we have a picture? I'm gonna
yeah.
ask for some pictures of bartenders wrangling goats wearing mutters.
Right, right. It's just so crazy. Anyone that knew me from before, and just that image is like, I'm sorry,
No,
what?
I'd be like, no, that's not Hope. Nope,
No,
nope,
no,
that's not her.
nope,
That's her
not at
evil
all.
twin.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know who this woman is that has playpens with goats in them in her bedroom, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I gotta say, where we worked trained me well to work with wild animals, okay?
I do have an animal episode coming up. I was just going to post about that tonight on the Facebook page because I want to get stories from bartenders about any kind of animals in the bar. Like how we had the cat,
Right,
and our
right,
moose.
right, and
Like
Wendy had her monkey
either
there.
yes, yes. I was going to say like Michael had raccoons at his bar. Like either wild animals or
Oh, wow,
your
yeah.
little domesticated animals. I want to hear some animal stories about the
Oh,
bar.
yeah, animal
That
stories
would
are
be
the
good.
best.
Yeah,
We like the furry animals, not the animals that are, "Give me another beer," you know?
yeah. Or hey, what you doing later?
Blech, not you. Anything but you. Thank you, have a nice day.
Oh, I've been getting that from this one guy. Oh my God, it's sad because he's like a little slow. I think
Right,
like I
right.
don't think he's all there.
And then you
And the
feel
first,
bad.
I know, I feel bad. And he comes in and he's like, "What are you doing later?" And I'm like, "I'm going home to my husband." And he's like, the first time he was like, "Okay," and then he didn't say it again. But then he tried to get me to dance with him because the music was playing on the jukebox. He
Ugh.
went around the bar and he's like, "Come here, come here," and I'm like, "What?" I didn't get real close to him. I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Come dance with me," and he puts his hand out. I'm like, "No, no, I'm not dancing now." No.
I just pictured that whole thing, like the floor, the whole surroundings. I see you
Oh yeah,
walking around the bar.
I bet.
Oh, that's so great. And,
And
and
he walks, so he doesn't drive. So he has to be drunk for me to cut him off. I'm not going to cut him off because I know he's not driving. But he tried it again. "What are you doing later?" And I said, "I told you last time I was married." And he's like, "At least I'm trying," he said.
I'm wondering if I know this person.
I don't think so.
Does he have glasses?
He does actually. He just recently started coming in though.
Oh, okay. All right. I was thinking of somebody that used to come in a lot, whose name was, his initials were MH. I don't want to say the name. Um,
No,
yeah,
this guy starts with a K.
yeah. Yeah, I don't wanna say the name because sweet guy, but definitely slow and
I had to cut him off this time because he fell asleep at the bar, and
I love those ones. They're so fun.
I
Oh my
literally
god.
him awake. I had to shake him awake.
Yeah, yeah, I've done it. I've done
Him on
it.
the arm from across the bar. He didn't do nothing, and I'm like hitting him on the arm. He's not doing nothing. I had to come around the bar and shake him awake. I was like, "Dude, you got to go."
Uh,
He's like, "What? Oh, can they get another beer?" I'm like, "No,
yeah,
no, I get another
yeah.
beer. You just fell asleep at the bar
You can definitely get another beer at your
at
house.
home."
Have a nice
Yeah,
night. What the hell? Yeah, no, I've had to do that too, and it's like I don't get it. I think our brains are like different than the people on the other side of the bar sometimes. I don't
I
know.
think so too.
I don't know. We're born different, maybe. Either that, or it's just from watching them, and we're like, no, no, never gonna
Well,
be that way.
the funny thing is, I used to drink a lot more before I started bartending.
Me too. Me too.
And once I started bartending, I was like, yeah, I'm not drinking anymore.
I mean,
I
that's a
mean, I occasionally drink. I had 4 drinks yesterday, but like I
right.
occasionally drink. But I used to drink a lot more before. Like I
Yeah,
used to get
no,
drunk before. I
me
don't really get
too.
drunk now.
Me too. Yep. Yeah, no, like I have some wine once in a while, and I'll admit it, I had 2 bottles of wine at a graduation party recently, but I could probably count on one hand the amount of times I
There's,
drink in a year, so
there's not that many glasses in a bottle of wine.
there isn't. Thank you.
There's not. I know. I can
Uh,
drink a bottle of wine in one sitting and not be drunk.
right, absolutely, same here, but I got a couple,
Yeah.
looks, so I'm like, what I'm not even I'm not stumbling, I wasn't impaired at all, you know?
See, wine's got a bad rep because I think people think a bottle of wine is like a bottle of liquor,
Oh,
and
Lord,
it's
I'd be
not.
dead.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. People say, "Oh, yeah, I drink a bottle of wine that you're drunk." No, there's not. What is there? 3.5 glasses in there, and I mean, like,
Right, right. And the alcohol content isn't, usually as high
right.
as well, definitely not as liquor, but I think it's akin to
It's
beer.
more similar to beer. Yeah.
Right, right. So would you like say 3.5 beers and someone's drunk? Come on.
Yeah. Well, I
Now,
mean, I guess it depends who it is. Like, I know a couple of people that would be drunk on 3.5 beers. Yes.
well, I was gonna say
Absolutely.
my first bartending experience was actually at Fresno's at the mall. And we used to have those Texan beers. I don't know if you ever went.
Oh yeah, those big mugs. Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Was this big
So
mug?
right, it was huge. So yeah, 3.5 of them, I would be with you, but I'd be with
Yeah,
you that they're drunk, but no, not the regular beers. Come on. So,
yeah. So the average alcohol content in a glass of wine is 5.5%, which is similar to a beer. A
right.
Budweiser, 5%. Budweiser's 5%. So yeah. So a 12-ounce can of Budweiser is equal to a glass of wine, pretty much.
Yeah, so to do 2 bottles, that's not a big deal. I mean,
No.
I was chilling with their goats, drinking my wine. There's lots of goats around here, thankfully.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, I love goats. Look. You spend some time with a goat, you'll understand. Goats are
See,
great.
I like all animals, so obviously, you see all the animals I had before.
Right. You
And
you'd fall in love, I'm telling you.
the bird, yeah, I would. I know I would.
Yep.
I don't know.
I tell everyone it is the best antidepressant in the world, a baby goat. If you are around a baby goat and you are not happy, just end it. There's no hope. You have no hope whatsoever. You're done. Seriously, not to promote suicide in any way, shape, or form. Please do not take any of that as seriousness. But but seriously, I don't see how it's possible.
Should
You'd have
I
to be a
say the
serious
suicide prevention hotline number? No, I'm only kidding.
right, right, right. Bad hope. Bad hope.
I saw a Facebook meme that had a picture of a baby goat in pajamas, and it said that if you're sad, all you have to do is watch videos of baby goats in pajamas, and you'll be happy.
Oh yeah, it works. I dress my baby goats up. I put them in
I've seen
pajamas.
pictures.
Right, right. Yeah, they got some cool clothes. I go and I make them some nice t-shirts. I've had some with jean jackets. Yeah, I got cool goats.
So you tell your husband that next time you're out there in mudders trying to wrangle up these goats that I want a video.
Right, right. You got it. You got it. I'll let him know. Fortunately, he's usually out there wrangling them with me. So Yeah, so
So,
no, it's great up here. You seriously, y'all should come vacation up here.
do
Spend
you
some
go to
time
any
with the
bars up
kids.
there at all? Are there
Um,
any bars?
I there are absolutely positively no bars in my town. Um, but
Not even one.
there are some in the next couple towns over. I have yet to be in any of them because I've heard really bad things about them.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. So mostly it's just like restaurants where you can get drinks. There's no
Mm,
like local hole in the wall because I'd be there.
right.
So
Did
yeah,
you hear that the brewery closed and that Juniors got destroyed?
I heard about juniors. Well, I read about juniors. But I didn't hear anything about the brewery.
Yeah, they closed. They went out of business.
Why?
They went out of business.
Just couldn't
I
make
guess
it
they weren't making money.
economically?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you still have some competition in town, but
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, we still don't get any extra people in there. Really, it's still always the same people. You know how it
right.
is.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have a small hometown bar, right? You get the
Yep.
and if there's a new person, holy crap. They're like,
Yeah. Remember?
yeah,
Remember
they're
when
like
Mike?
yeah, they're like vultures. They're like, "Who's that?"
They are. Oh
Calm
my
your
god!
ass down.
I'm so glad that I was actually, a customer there for years before I started working there. Or forget it.
Same. Yeah,
They
same.
would have killed me that first day. And
Yeah. Yeah, no, same. I would go there. Yeah, I would go there almost every weekend and get drunk. Saturdays and Sundays sometimes.
yeah, and we
Long
were there Friday night.
right, right. Many, many years before bartending there. So yeah. But
Yeah,
with that said, when I started, I'm sure you heard at one point or another, I got the nickname Pollyanna.
I remember you have somebody calling you that, but I didn't know why.
Yeah, yeah. So, the person that I took over for, he told me that when you serve sodas or any kind of additive to the mixed drinks like the Red Bull or juice, you do not charge for it, which
Uh-huh.
I just kind of smiled and nodded because I knew better because somebody else had already trained me,
Well,
right?
yeah, the soda we didn't charge for. The rest of the stuff we did.
Right, well, a cup of soda, like a glass of soda. Someone comes in and just asks for a soda. He's like, "You don't charge them."
Oh, oh,
No,
really?
that's not true, but I just smiled and
Okay.
nodded. Whatever, right?
Oh,
So,
I don't know who told them that.
that's how he ran the bar on Saturday nights. I
Okay.
trained with him over and over again and watched, and that's what he told me. That's how he was running the bar on Saturday nights. So,
Well, honestly,
okay.
how many people came in and just got a soda?
Right, well, that's part of what this became my name. So, um,
Okay.
so it was a running thing that a group of people, one of them related to somebody
Uh-huh.
that worked
Okay.
at the bar, they would come in, they would come in every Saturday night, and it would be like 4 or 5 of them, and they'd have a designated driver.
Uh-huh.
Well, that designated driver drank soda and Red Bulls all night
Mm.
and was
That's what happened to all the Red Bulls, huh?
uh-huh, they were very pissed when I charged them for it, like,
Oh.
really pissed. And there was a conversation that happened between me and the person that was related to somebody else that worked there about about how you don't charge for Red Bull and you don't charge for soda because this is the designated driver. So the designated driver drinks free all night. No,
Okay.
that's not how that
That
works.
works.
That's not the rules, and I follow the rules. And this is right, and that's wrong, right? They were like, "Oh, oh, little rule follower, has to charge for soda, has to charge for Red Bull. Oh, little Pollyanna." Mhm. Yep, so
Okay.
that's how I got the name Pollyanna from that one chick. That was related to another bartender there. I know
Did they keep coming in?
they did. They did.
Yeah.
They kept coming in and they kept taunting me every
Oh,
Saturday night. They thought it was the best thing. They would just sit there and laugh and giggle, "Pollyanna, Pollyanna." Yep. I got kids to feed, that's the only reason my fist didn't go through one of their faces. So,
well,
yeah, you know who I'm talking about, don't you?
I don't know.
She actually ended up working there at one point, not for very long, but her mother worked there.
Oh, okay.
You know who I'm talking about now, huh?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, as time went on and she started working there, relations got better and the name kind of dropped. But yeah, yeah. I uh I so wanted to punch her in her face
Oh, I bet.
so many times. And I'm like, yep, nope, I got kids to feed. Is there anything else I can get you? I'm sorry. Can I help you with anything else?
Huh.
Yeah. I do miss the job though sometimes.
Yeah, I'm still there, so
I know.
yeah, it's
I,
interesting.
I know. So you can't miss it.
Yeah, I can't miss it. I have we're going away in August, so maybe I'll miss it for that week, but probably not because we're going to be on a beach.
Yeah, no, for a week, nah. I definitely didn't miss it the first, I don't know, year or two.
Well, I had 4 months off with COVID, so
Yeah,
we
that's
were
true.
closed. We were closed for 4 months.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah,
I don't even know how most bars, and I'm not even just going to say just that one, that we worked at, but I don't know how so many bars across the country were able to stay in business. I know a lot of them couldn't,
a
but
lot of them closed.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
restaurants closed too.
yeah, it's insane. It really is.
Yep, because the pizza place that I was doing my paint classes at, they ended up closing. They just couldn't swing it.
Yeah, well, I
Uh,
mean, think about
that
it.
was a
4
bummer.
months. 4 months with no income, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yep, and you still have to pay rent in your spot, and
that's
you
right.
still have to pay the electric and all that crap.
Yeah, bills don't care if you get money coming in or not, right? So we know
Nope.
that story.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, it's insane. It's insane. So yeah, that whole shit on your face has got to be the like probably the best story
Oh,
ever there.
it was crazy. And that same bartender got in a fight in the kitchen with one of our customers who happened to be her cousin. Do you remember that story? I was there that night.
I think vaguely. Are you talking about the nighttime bartender?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She got in a fight in the kitchen with her cousin, and I was there for pool. I wasn't working, but I was there for pool, I think. And I heard commotion in the kitchen, and I go running back there, and the bartender that was on, it wasn't, I don't know, was she working that night?
I
Or
think she
maybe,
was. I think she was.
I think she was working. We were there
Yeah.
for pool because it was Monday night. We were there for pool, and so was the other bartender. So I got to the kitchen first because I was already back there, and she came back and got in the middle of the fight, and oh, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, because I used to shoot on Monday nights as well, and so did the person that you don't want to
Yeah.
mention her name that got in the middle of the fight. She was on my team, so
Yes. So I think you were there.
right. I'm pretty sure I was, and but
All I know
I was at
is
the front, so. But
one
yeah, I
of them
think.
laying on the counter in the back. Laying on the counter. Like she must have picked her
uh,
up and threw her up on the counter. I don't even know.
well, not for nothing, but she was tiny but strong. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I know I could take her in a fight. I know I could, no doubt. But
But it'd be rough.
it would not be easy. She is tiny and mighty, so it would definitely wind me. I'd be like, damn bitch.
Yeah. I haven't seen her in a long time.
No,
Neither one of those. Neither one of
I
them, actually.
yeah, I haven't heard or talked to anyone really in a long time, but she left, and since she left, I think I might have talked to her twice. I think I saw her in the bar. She came in after she had, you know, left the
Yeah.
bar. So,
Yeah.
and then the latest I heard was, from your husband actually about her. So
Oh yeah.
I think she got a divorce and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. And she left the state, but I heard she's back.
Mm,
So
I
I
didn't
don't
hear
know.
that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, off record later on. I mean, we could probably dish and probably shouldn't do it on public airspace because that's
Yeah, no.
not cool. Not cool. Because it's not even about talking shit. It's more about just being informed.
Oh yeah.
So but I mean, it could come
Personally,
off
I
that
don't
way,
care what anybody does. Yeah, I don't care what
right?
anybody does. And anybody that knows me knows that I don't care what anybody does. You do
Right.
whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't involve me, I'm good.
Right. And I am 1000% right there in that same camp. My theory is live and let live.
Yep.
You do you, I do me. We're all good. So,
Yep.
sounds like I'm preaching masturbation there, but I'm not. Well, I mean, maybe I am. I don't know. you know. But yeah,
Okay.
no, seriously. I just like to be informed. I don't want it to come off like we're
Oh yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit. So that's
Right,
all.
right.
I wouldn't mind talking shit about one or two people that I interacted with at said bar, but I probably shouldn't. I mean, one of them is deceased, but um, yeah, I still don't like him. I'm still mad at him.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I ever told you that story. Um,
I think so. Can you tell the story or not?
I can tell the
Okay.
story. So it was like my first week on my own there. And it happened to be Father's Day. I had a full bar, almost too deep, almost. and this person comes in, and I'm not going to use his first initial because that's actually how he was known. Okay.
Okay.
So he comes in with his son, and he orders his drink, and his son ordered a twisted tea. Actually, he said, "Do you have twisted tea?" And I said, "Yeah, we do. It's in the back." Remember, this is my first week working there. I'd been going to this bar for probably 10 years. Twisted teas were always in the cooler in the back.
Huh. I don't
And it,
remember that.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, they were always in the
Okay.
cooler in the back. That's where
When
I
I
only.
started working, we had the box with the little pour spout on it of twisted tea that we had to pour it in a glass.
Oh, what?
Ah.
What? Lloyd used to go back to the cooler and just grab them out when we were playing pool.
No, we had this spout thing. I don't know. That one just when I first started working there, then we got the bottles.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. You didn't have the bottles back then. Okay, gotcha. So
Right.
anyway, I said they're in the back, and I kind of ushered towards the cooler. And this particular person has been in this bar hundreds of times. He's not a newbie. I don't know about his son. I'd never seen his son before, but whatever. Again, it's my first week, and I'm taking care of other customers, right? And I come back over to ring up the twisted tea because I assume he went and got it. I was like, I'm looking at him. I'm like, well, did you want the twisted tea or not? And this father turns around and he yells at me. He goes, "You're not going to go get it for him?" I'm like, no, they're right there in the cooler with a sign that says, please see bartender, blah, blah, blah. And, he's like, there's nothing back there in that cooler. There's no twisted teas. That's illegal, blah, blah, blah. On and on. I was like, oh, well, hold on, and I went in the back and I looked and there were no twisted teas back there. So I called the manager because this person was putting up a fuss. We didn't have any at the time.
Oh.
That's what it turned out to be. And I told him. So I was like, would you like anything else? And the son turns around and he starts going off. He's like, no, I wouldn't like anything else. The only thing I'd like is a competent bartender, and his father is finishing his drink, and the whole time his father is finishing his drink, he's just going off about what a crappy bartender I am, and they should go to a bar that has somebody that can actually do something, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting here thinking, this motherfucker owns his own bar. Why is he even here? Do you know who I'm talking about now?
I'm not quite sure. I think maybe. I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so they ended up leaving, thank God, and again, I had a full bar, took care of that, whatever. This particular father would come in every Sunday that I worked
Oh,
just to
jeez.
just to tell me that I was as sharp as a bowling ball. That was his
Oh.
favorite thing to tell me.
What the hell? What? Why did all the assholes come in on your shift? Like,
I, I
that
don't
other
I don't
one.
know.
You know
Yeah.
the one that starts with an M.
Yeah.
His first name and last name.
We could go on, and I don't get it. I really don't, because I'm always nice to them. Like, I'm not myself. I'm nice to them.
Right?
I'm thinking it.
Bartending is an acting job. It really is, right? Bartending,
Right.
you have to be an actor.
You absolutely positively do. You have to
Yeah.
smile and just, okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Smile,
in my
flirt.
yeah, but in my head, I'm ripping your head off.
Yeah.
So, because
Yeah.
you're being a complete and utter asshole to me, treating me like dirt beneath your feet, and I'm supposed to then turn around and be like, "Can I get you another drink?" Uh,
Yeah.
And I will, because I have children to feed. But again, in my head, I just ripped your head off, threw it across the bar.
There's just some people I can't be overly nice to. I don't know.
Hmm.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. Like Michael used to be one of those people.
Well, let's be honest. All right. Michael has his moments where he has been quite the handful.
Oh yes, he has.
And he knows it. He knows it. He
He knows
owns
it.
it. Right.
Yes.
And that's fine. Because he owns it and he apologizes for it. And at the end of the day,
He
he's
doesn't care if I'm mean to him.
right, because he knows he deserves it, right? If he's acting like an ass, he knows he deserves to be treated like an ass.
Yes. Well, he knows
So,
he's gonna act like an ass that he's gonna get it from me. So
right, because y'all have gone past bartender and customer. You've gone into friendship.
yeah. Right.
So,
Yeah.
and that's how you get with a lot of the regulars, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
there's just one or
That's
two
true.
that are just like, oh, Jesus, they walked in the door again. Please, somebody lock the door quick. So yeah, and this guy was one of them, and he'd always start out with, "How are you doing today?" And I'd
Oh,
always look,
really?
yeah, and I'd always look at him and say, "I'm good. How are you?" And he always turned around and said, "No, you're well." And I'd look
Well,
at him and I'd say, "No, no, really, trust me, I'm good."
I'm good.
And that's when he'd follow up with, "You're as sharp as a bowling ball." I'm like,
Mm,
"Can I get you something to
mhm.
drink?" I have 142 IQ. I've gone to
I,
college,
I
and
bet you could anal ease those drinks.
oh God, I would have loved to have. I would have loved to have put quite a few different things in those drinks. Oh man, uh, my imagination just runs wild with the things that I would have liked to have done to him. But again, he's deceased. I should let it go, but I don't know. There's just some people that stick with you. You know what I mean? That really get
Yeah.
under your skin.
Hmm.
I mean, most of them you just let roll off, right? It's like, yeah, all right, have another drink. Oh yeah, yeah, you're funny, asshole. Yeah, but then there's those ones that are just like, oh, I'd love to see you in a dark alley. You know?
Yeah, right. So I wanted to ask you a couple of the questions that I asked the other guys.
Shirley, and don't call me Shirley. Showing my
Airplane.
age.
Yeah, airplane. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Do you know how
So
many
what?
millennials are sitting there listening to this going, what the
Yeah.
hell was that?
What are they talking about? What's the worst thing that you ever seen happen while you were at work?
Oh, the worst thing I ever saw happen. Probably, it would have to be a bar fight that I got in the middle of. They were literally rolling around the bar, knocking over tables, and I pulled them apart while the one the one guy's girlfriend slash other guy's ex-wife, or still current wife, I
Oh,
think at the time,
I had the
was
same fight.
yeah, yeah. She was standing there cheering on her boyfriend who was, beating the shit out of her
Her ex, right? I had
husband.
the same
Right,
fight. I bet
right.
you it was different people. It had to be different people. I'm hoping it's not the same people.
Well, her name is starts with a J.
Oh, I don't know her name. I only knew his name. I don't know the
Oh, no,
husband.
you definitely knew this person's name, so the female that I'm
Oh
talking
no,
about,
okay,
you
never
definitely
mind.
know
It's a
her.
different person then. Different
Yeah,
fight,
yeah,
same outcome, right?
yeah, yeah, well, I got right in the middle of them, broke them up, and I got pushed, into the counter, trying to break them up. The,
Oh, I know who you're
boyfriend
talking about. I know
yeah,
who you're talking about.
yep, the boyfriend
Yeah.
sent me flying and knocked my head. And then another regular whom we all love and admire. Um, I'm just gonna fucking say it, Bob. We all love him, so there'll never be any bad talk about him. He came
No.
in shortly thereafter, thankfully, because I don't know how honestly it would have ended up. I ended up kicking out the boyfriend and the J female,
Yep.
but because the other guy, he didn't do anything. Literally, he didn't do anything. The boyfriend was throwing punches at
Oh yeah,
his
he was
face,
crazy. I know who
at
you're
his
talking about.
face. A-
Crazy.
And the husband did not throw one punch because he didn't want to be banned from the bar
Ah,
because he knew the rule. The rule
yeah,
was it doesn't
yeah. You fight.
matter.
Yep,
Yep, you throw a punch, you're out.
yep.
And he knew that. And so he sat there and took a good 10 punches to the face.
That's what happened with the other guy too. The other fight, but
Insane.
the big dude picked up George and tossed him like he was nothing, and George went flying. And I got
Oh,
and I came around the bar and got the guy was 6 foot whatever, and you know how short I am. I'm in his face, like on my tippy toes, with
that's
my
right.
finger in his face, yelling, "Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out!"
That's right.
Josh
I'll
is like, "Who
tell
are you talking to?"
I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now, if I ever saw someone throw George, I wouldn't even it wouldn't even be words. I would knee that guy so quick. 6 foot?
Well, I was trying to shove him, but he was massive. I was trying to shove him back, but I wasn't moving him at all. You know, like he
Uh,
wasn't moving. I
right.
got him to get out, and then I locked the door. And Michael was there that night, and he was outside hiding behind my van with a pool stick. I swear to God, he was behind my van with a pool stick because he was in pool. And as soon as the fight broke out, he ran outside. You know, Michael.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Yeah.
he ran outside behind my van with the pool stick. So I locked him out when I locked the doors. I locked
Oh
the
my
door
god.
so the guy couldn't come back in. And then all of a sudden, Michael's knocking at the door. Can I come in? Can I come in?
Oh my god. Yeah, no,
I swear, it
I
was so
don't
funny.
care. He could have been 8 foot. You just take your fist, you ball it up, and you slam it as hard as you can right into his penis. He will not be 8 foot tall anymore. As soon as he goes down,
Yeah,
you shove him out the door.
he was
Yeah.
a dude.
Yeah, no, I don't care. George, oh my God. There was one night there were a couple of guys that looked like they were about to fight, right? And George had heard them and he had come out and he's like telling me, he's like, you need to stay behind the bar. You can't be around that. Um, I don't hear you anymore. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Can you
He's
hear
like,
me? Oh, okay.
yeah. He's like, you can't be near that. I got to protect you. And I started laughing. I'm like, you have to protect me.
uh,
I'm like, George, come on. No, George, I have to protect you. Get your ass back in the
right?
kitchen. Oh, he used to kill me with that whole, you can't close at night alone. He had to be there or somebody had to be
Oh,
there,
yeah.
because he was going to protect us. And God love him. I love that man to death. But if someone comes in with ill wishes,
Yeah.
no, they got to get through me to get to George. Because the other way around, it's not going to be a good outcome.
I
Oh,
have another question for you, if you
okay.
can think of one. What's the weirdest, most random thing you've ever seen happen?
Weirdest, most random. I don't know if I have an answer for that.
No.
I mean, I heard a story. I didn't actually see it, but I heard a story that at one point there was a woman at the bar and she was sitting on a stool and removed her tampon.
Oh, oh.
Right, right.
That was not on my shift.
Right. No. It was on the manager's shift. I'll just say
Oh
that.
my God.
Yeah,
Oh
I,
my
I
God.
that to me would be the weirdest, randomest thing. But thankfully,
Absolutely.
thankfully, I didn't witness it because I might have thrown up. I'm not squeamish or shit,
I might
but
have too.
but you know, and not disgust for the actual uh bodily function, but disgust for a
Doing it at the
person. Yeah,
bar. I
yeah,
mean, what the hell are you doing?
yeah, yeah. Like a person that thinks that's okay.
Right.
Huh? Yeah. I
What
mean,
did
I've
she
been.
do with it?
I don't know. And to be honest, I didn't ask. Because I don't want to know. It was like story over. Bye. I gotta go.
Oh my God.
It just. I don't need any follow up answers to that. I'm just like, what? And I've been drunk. I've been like really drunk. Like I've been drunk to the point where I couldn't walk, and I swear to God, my ex-husband came up behind me and literally carried me, and I was so drunk, I really truly thought I was flying. I didn't know he was behind me. Like I've been that drunk, all right? That was 7 Long Island iced
uh,
teas in one night, you know? But yeah, no, I would never be that drunk. You know what I'm saying?
right? I had one girl go and wash her hair in the fucking bathroom sink. Like
What?
literally, I swear to God. I think Bob was there that night too. She came in and I don't know where this chick came from, but she was crazy, and thank God she doesn't come in anymore. I think George kicked her out. She came in the first time and she was walking all around looking. She ordered a mug of Bud and she's looking at everything. Like she's looking at everything on walls all the way around the bar.
Like
And she
she's
goes in the,
casing the joint?
I don't know. She was looking at the trophy. She's like looking at everything. And she goes in the bathroom and she's in there for a long time. And I was just about to go knock on the door to see if she was okay. And I heard the toilet flush. So I walked away. I'm like, oh, I just heard the toilet flush. She should be out in a minute.
Right.
So another 5 minutes goes by and I'm about to go back there again, knock on the door. And then she comes walking out and her hair's dripping down her. Like she washed her hair in the sink.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
I was just gonna say, are you sure it was the sink that she washed her hair in?
no, her hair was soaking wet, dripping all down her shirt.
Right, but you heard the toilet flush, so I
Yeah,
mean,
flush. I also heard the sink stuff, so I don't know. I don't know what it was.
ah.
It was weird. That was fucking weird. And then she kept coming in, and one time she came in and she had on a tank top, and that was it.
What? Wait,
I'm not
what?
kidding. She had on a tank top, and that was it. She
Like,
had no underwear. She had no shorts. She had no bottom.
what? Oh my God. I'm pretty sure I know where she lived now that you say that. Holy crap. I mean,
It was
she must.
a long tank top, like it could have been like a tank dress, but it
Right,
wasn't
right. Gotcha.
long. Like it was short. Like you could see she had no underwear on. You can see her ass. You know, like
I could tell if she shaved or not.
yes, exactly. And then she sat on a bar stool with no
Oh,
God, and
oh.
George kicked her out. I'm pretty sure George told her she couldn't come in anymore. But George kicked her out that day. I was like, no, this is no, no.
I hope you ran around that bar with bleach.
Oh,
Get your snail trail out of here.
right? What is wrong with people?
I don't know. I've been on this earth way too long, and I still don't have the answers to that. So I just making me cry here. I gotta wipe my tears. I can't believe that one. Just a tank top, nothing else.
Just picked up, nothing else. She was there a couple times in between those two. So that the first time was when the hair was all wet, and then the last time was when the hair was probably all wet then too. But no, it out loud.
Oh, gross.
I'm crying now.
Me too. Me too. Oh man.
Anyway, in between there was a guy that was coming in that had Tourette's, and he had the verbal Tourette's, so he would randomly say stuff, you know.
Right, right.
And,
Which can be fun.
You know, I knew. Well, I remember when the first day he came in, I was working, and you know all the regulars at the bar. You know how they are, all the regulars at the bar.
Yeah.
And he was saying, you know, he kept saying shit like that, and my son has Tourette's, so I kind of know about it, you know.
Right.
But he had it really bad, and I was trying to explain to them about it, you know, that he can't help it, you know. And then when he was drinking, it would get worse. And she started coming in right around the same time. Well, she ended up hooking up with that guy one of the nights.
Sounds like a match made in heaven.
Right? Right?
Oh, to be a fly
I never
on the
saw
wall.
him again, though. I don't know what ever happened to him.
But she probably killed him. Just, you know,
Oh my God.
she was probably washing his hair. She was washing his hair in the toilet, and she just held his head down too long, and you know, it was an accident.
Oh my God.
She took her bottoms off, you know, to lay over his dead body, and then she came in to have a beer for him.
That's why. That's why she had no pants on. I got it now. Okay.
Yeah.
So when he was at the bar one day, his parents called. I heard the conversation. His phone was on the bar, so I saw that it was his mom calling because it said "mom." You know.
You hope it was his mom and not
Yeah,
some
right.
kind of twisted sexual thing.
Oh God. Well, he picked up the phone and she must have asked where he was, and he said, "I just left an AA meeting," and I was like,
Oh my God.
a beer.
The AA meeting was very stressful. I need a beer. Holy shit, Mom.
I know, right? It's crazy. So one more question. I have one more question for you.
Sure.
I don't know if I want to ask. No.
Right.
So has anyone ever tipped you with anything other than cash?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
No. Not unless you count someone that I was dating, but I mean, they weren't really a customer, so.
Well, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was the one of the questions I asked Michael was, have you ever dated a coworker or a customer?
Well, we know I've dated customers.
He said no. He said no. Well, I've never dated a customer because I was married when I started bartending. So
well, I married a customer, so.
Yeah, I know. So did one of the bartenders, and I mean, you know, it's
right.
actually.
Yeah, no,
The day bartender also is with a customer, and yeah.
Right. I mean, it's the happily ever after story, at least for me, right? So,
Right.
but they say never meet your future husband in a bar. You're supposed to go to like
Um,
grocery stores or church or you know what?
you know how long I've been married, right?
Yeah, yeah. You met him in a
We met
bar.
at a bar. We met at
Yeah,
a bar.
I know. I know. I've heard the story, so and you've been married like, oh, I don't know, forever. So
It'll be 25 years in August.
holy crap, congratulations.
Yeah, we're going. That's why we're going to the beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to
You're going to South Carolina or North?
North Carolina. We're going
Yeah.
to Carolina Beach.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Our eighth wedding anniversary is actually on Tuesday. So he says, "Do you want to go out for dinner for our anniversary?" And I'm like, "Well, we don't have to if you don't want to, whatever." So we're at our neighbor's tonight talking about it. So my neighbor turns to him and says, "You gonna take her out to dinner for your anniversary?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I am." He goes, "Where are you gonna take her?" He goes, "McDonald's." Wonderful. That's great.
McDonald's.
I might get a Happy Meal. So,
Oh, Happy Meal.
right.
Uh,
Yeah, let me just say, you're not going to get a happy ending later if you buy the woman a Happy Meal for dinner,
no.
okay? So,
Nope. Better at least get her a chocolate shake.
right, throw a shake on it. Yeah. Get a cookie.
No, not even a cookie. You need the chocolate shake.
Right, well, why can't we have both? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
oh man. Yep. So yeah, no, I've definitely dated customers. I've dated, one or two of them. One of them in particular, yeah, he was. Well, we went through this. I didn't respond to one of his emails. I didn't see it, so apparently he got like pretty angry and started saying things about me at the bar when I wasn't there. So yeah, good times, good times.
Yeah, men.
Yeah, yeah. I will say that I love my husband to death. I would not change the journey if I could for $1,000,000. Would never leave my husband.
Well,
Love him to
maybe
death.
$1 million. I know. I'm only
No,
kidding.
no,
I'm only
maybe
kidding.
maybe 10 million. All right, but then we could talk.
$1 million's not that much anymore.
Right? It really isn't, to be honest. But with that all said, my suggestion to everyone: don't date customers. Don't do it. Just don't.
It's a lot of drama, right?
It really, really is. Because some of them are just like children. It's like, and they present themselves like, hey, you're really nice. I like you. What do you say we have dinner? Blah, 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 but, and then they turn into these temper tantrum children, it just, it's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It, more often than not, it does not work out well. So,
yeah. Yeah. So we're going to have you on again.
I don't know how many stories I got for you because I think you got me out there. But if you have any questions,
well, if you think of any other stories, let me know.
Right. Yeah. There's been a couple other fights, but really, but if you have new questions, I'll definitely come back on and see if I can answer any.
What do I get? Freaking crazy people? I mean, I got like hundreds more.
I know. I think you definitely have more stories because A, you have worked there longer, and B,
18 years now.
Yeah, and B, you tend to get more of the drinkers, where I got more of like the pool players. So
yeah, I'm there Friday night. That's what it is.
Right. Well, when I started, I was Saturday nights, right? So, and I got some.
You got them on Saturdays.
Yeah, some fun students.
Yes.
From where, but yeah, I used to get.
Yeah, we used to get a ton of them.
Yeah, every Saturday night we were packed with them. And I I have long-term friendships with some of them to this day that I love to
Yeah.
death, that are wonderful people. And then there's the others. So, but generally speaking, in that genre of customer, if they are in the other category, I couldn't even tell you their name, let alone remember much about
Right.
them, except for the fact that, you know.
I never remember people's names. I remember what they drink.
Right. And that's a good bartender, Like you
I
see
will
the
write on
face.
people's tabs the like bottle of Ultra, or like White Claw. Like I'll write on their tab what they're drinking.
Right. Which is way better than writing ugly guy with mustache. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yes. I've done that too now. Annoying girl.
Guy with porno stash,
Yeah. Dude. Oh.
Right. Yeah. Looking out in the parking lot, be like, I know this motherfucker drives a van, doesn't he?
Oh, right.
Probably says free puppies on the side,
Oh, God.
We've
All right, I
had
guess.
quite a few of them. It's been wonderful. I will come back again anytime you want. Just let me know. All right.
Okay. Yep.
Talk to you later.
Thanks for chatting.
Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll be chatting at you next week. You can contact us in many ways. Email at talesofasmalltownbartender@gmail.com. Our website at www.talesofasmalltownbartender.com. Facebook, facebook.com/talesofasmalltownbartender. Instagram, Tales of a Small Town Bartender. TikTok, Tales of a Bartender. Twitter, at bartender_tales. And on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Tales of a Small Town Bartender.